A death row inmate was executed by 9 soldiers with rifles, yet he miraculously survived. This actually happened. His name was Wenceslao Moguel, from Mexico. Wenceslao was a soldier. During the Mexican Revolution, he was accused of being a rebel and was sentenced to death. He tried to appeal, but it was all in vain. In those war-torn times, he was just one of millions of casualties. Nobody cared whether he lived or died. Before the execution, Wenceslao and his fellow prisoners were lined up in a row. They smoked their last cigarette and waited for death to come. On March 18, 1915, 8 federal soldiers opened fire on the blindfolded prisoners. Each one was shot 9 times. After the prisoners fell, the colonel would walk up and deliver a final shot to the head or heart. Everyone assumed no one could survive, but Wenceslao did. To stay alive, he endured the unbearable pain of 9 bullet wounds and played dead on the ground. After the soldiers left, he struggled to his feet and dragged himself to a church 3 blocks away. A church member found this man clinging to life and took him home to treat his wounds. Wenceslao ultimately survived his own execution. This is not a legend. His photos and experiences were fully documented. However, he was left with many permanent scars, especially severe disfigurement to his face. After that, he kept a low profile. Until the Mexican Revolution ended, in 1937, Wenceslao appeared on a radio show as a living legend. He became known as the man who was executed. Wenceslao, the man who cheated death, went on to live a full life and passed away at the age of 85. In the face of death, the human survival instinct can unleash an incredible amount of strength. In 1985, Rommel Broom brutally stabbed a young girl, sexually assaulted her, and then killed her. He buried her body in a park in Cleveland. 2 months later, Rommel tried to kidnap another girl. This time, he didn't get away. He was sentenced to death for kidnapping, rape, and murder. On September 15, 2009, Rommel's day of lethal injection finally came. But what happened next shocked everyone. Prison staff tried inserting needles into his arms and legs multiple times but couldn't find a suitable vein. They then attempted at least 18 different spots across his body, and every single one failed at one point. The needle went straight into bone. Even though Rommel cooperated the entire time, the whole process dragged on for over 2 hours. The execution ultimately failed. The staff were left completely frustrated and defeated. The governor immediately granted a 1-week reprieve to allow officials to reconsider the method of execution. This botched execution sparked massive public debate. Some pointed out that while lethal injection appears to be a medical procedure, the people carrying it out in prisons are not trained medical professionals. Rommel's case became known as one of the most botched executions in American history. Rommel himself also protested, arguing that subjecting him to a second execution was cruel and unusual punishment, but in the end, there was no escaping his fate. His second execution was rescheduled for June 17, 2020. The governor then issued another reprieve, citing an inability to obtain the execution drugs. The date was pushed back again to March 16, 2020. Rommel dodged lethal injection time and time again, but he couldn't escape the virus. On December 28, 2020, Rommel died of COVID-19. The bad guy got what was coming to him, just not in the way anyone expected. If you think today's stories were too wild, let me know in the comments. Justice may be slow sometimes, but it always arrives in the end. I hope everyone out there stays kind and true. That's it for this video. Which death row inmate's story shocked you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.